A community shaken, the shooting of off-duty Officer Horton. The quiet streets near Atlanta's St. Andrews Golf Club were shattered by gunfire in the early hours of Friday morning. Off-duty Atlanta police officer Aubrey Horton lay dead, shot by a homeowner after allegedly entering the homeowner's residence. The incident sent shockwaves through the community, leaving residents grappling with the tragic loss of a respected officer under highly unusual circumstances. The Douglas County Sheriff's Office immediately launched an investigation, working closely with the Atlanta Police Department to unravel the events leading up to the fatal encounter. The incident has shaken the community's sense of peace and security. Neighbors describe the area as tight-knit, where residents know one another and look out for each other. The fact that the incident involved a law enforcement officer, someone sworn to protect and serve, has only deepened the sense of disbelief and unease. The investigation seeks to provide answers and clarity, but the shadow of this tragedy will likely linger long after the investigation concludes. A decorated officer, Horton's background and service. Officer Aubrey Horton had dedicated 8 years of his life to serving the city of Atlanta as a member of the police department. Joining the force in 2015, Horton quickly distinguished himself as a skilled and dedicated officer. His commitment to his duties and his investigative acumen earned him recognition from his superiors and colleagues alike. Just weeks before the shooting, Horton received the prestigious Investigator of the Year award, a testament to his hard work and commitment to justice. However, the circumstances surrounding Horton's death have raised troubling questions. Surveillance footage from the incident reportedly shows Horton behaving erratically, suggesting he may have been experiencing a mental health crisis or under the influence of drugs. This revelation has added another layer of complexity to the already tragic situation, prompting investigators to delve into Horton's personal life and work history to uncover any signs of distress or impairment that might have contributed to his actions that night. A homeowner's defense, the incident unfolds. According to the homeowner's account, the incident unfolded rapidly and terrifyingly. The homeowner, whose identity remains undisclosed, claims that Horton forced entry into his residence in the dead of night. Startled awake and fearing for his safety, the homeowner retrieved a firearm and confronted Horton. The encounter escalated quickly, and the homeowner, fearing for his life, discharged his weapon, fatally wounding Horton. The homeowner maintains that he acted purely in self-defense, driven by the belief that his life was in imminent danger. His account, while chilling, raises critical questions about the legal framework surrounding self-defense, particularly in a state like Georgia with its stand-your-ground law. The investigation must determine whether the homeowner's fear was reasonable and if his use of deadly force was justified under the circumstances. Section 4. Stand Your Ground. Legal complexities in Georgia. Georgia's Stand Your Ground law allows individuals to use lethal force if they reasonably believe that their life is in danger, even if retreating from the situation is possible. The law has been the subject of much debate and controversy, with proponents arguing that it empowers individuals to protect themselves and their property, while critics contend that it can escalate violence and lead to unnecessary deaths. The shooting of Officer Horton has thrust this debate back into the spotlight, forcing a reckoning with the law's complexities and its implications for both victims and those who claim self-defense. Legal experts caution against rushing to judgment in the Horton case, emphasizing the need for a thorough investigation to determine the facts of the incident and whether the homeowner's actions fell within the bounds of the law. The investigation will likely involve a careful examination of the physical evidence, witness statements, and the homeowner's background to assess the credibility of his self-defense claim. The outcome of this investigation could have far-reaching implications for how Stand Your Ground laws are interpreted and applied in Georgia and beyond. Section 5. Whispers of Silence, Mental Health in Law Enforcement. Officer Horton's tragic death has sparked a conversation about mental health in law enforcement. Officers face immense pressure and trauma, confronting dangerous situations and witnessing the worst of humanity. These experiences can lead to PTSD, depression, and anxiety. Seeking help remains stigmatized, often seen as a sign of weakness. Horton's death suggests he may have struggled with mental health. Surveillance shows erratic behavior, contrasting his usual demeanor. Horton's death highlights the urgent need to address mental health in law enforcement. Section 6. Seeking Answers, the ongoing investigation. As the community mourns Officer Horton, the investigation into his death continues. Investigators are piecing together the events of that night, analyzing evidence, and interviewing witnesses. The Sheriff's Office has pledged a thorough investigation to provide answers to Horton's family and the community. The investigation faces the task of unraveling a complex set of circumstances. Determining if Horton's actions were premeditated or due to a mental health crisis is crucial. Assessing the homeowner's self-defense claim requires careful examination of the evidence. The community waits anxiously for answers, hoping for justice and healing from this tragedy.